It's 26th of January 2021, and it's the Republic Day today. I wish you all a very happy Republic Day. I shall speak on the four basic stages of consciousness that I had referred to when I spoke on 3rd of January, and I have few more questions for me today. I've been asked to express my views on farmers' agitation, when in our country we will have sincere politicians with serious politics, and the last one, how do we have the courage to do what we fear the most, like living life of our choice or have life partner of our choice when parents do not approve it. Let's start. As I had said before, there are four levels of consciousness: Jagrat, Swapn, Sushupti, and Turiya. Jagrat is the stage in which we are awake, when all the five sense organs and the mind both are active, doing decisive activities. The most significant aspect of this state is the capacity of an individual to recognize a thing which had been known to him either through vision, taste, smell, sound, or feel. Swapn. Swapn is the dreaming stage in which the individual enjoys the five objects of senses while all the five sense organs are at rest, but only the mind is working. Dream is the imitation of the experience of the, how should I say, of the wakeful stage with some changes or modifications, one can say, and is created out of material supplied from the waking stage. With these experiences unfolding, the individual cannot have a peaceful sleep. Like in a house where the elders, the five senses, are fast asleep, but the naughty child, the mind, is awake and causing all sort of illusions. Many believe that the mind weaves dreams due to experiences that we go through in the day and has control over it. But if it is so, the question arises that is it possible to choose only pleasant or sweet dreams, and can we avoid the nightmares? I had recently had opportunity to exchange views with some of my co-passengers, I would say, of this spiritual journey on this, but I cannot conclude as I'm still working on this. Then comes Sushupti. It is the stage of deep sleep where the individual is in nothingness or like dead, you may say, and unaware as the mind is also at rest along with the five senses. In this state, individual is not aware of his worries or reassurances. I had talked about it in length when I had spoken last. The individual doesn't remembers or knows even about his sex. Is a man or a woman to whom he is sleeping with, how much money he has, how much bank balance he has. It is said in our scriptures that this is the holocaust that occurs daily and one passes through it every day. In Hindi we call it Nitya Pralay. Then it is Turiya. It is the stage of transcendental consciousness where the individual experiences ultimate reality and the truth. This state cannot be experienced by the five senses, and it is indescribable by the mind. In this state, the individual experiences the sleepless sleep, or I would call it bliss. So, this was all about the four traits of consciousness. Now, I have been asked about to say something about the farmers' agitation and sincere politicians with serious politics. I do not think I have much to offer on the subject, but I will say that politicians in our country have always been serious. It is another thing that they generally say and do what it suits them and their political parties the most they are affiliated to. I also feel that misleading promises have been made and lies have been served to the citizens for years together. But lately, a new trend has come up, and now heaps of lies are being served on the plates that are made of gold. And most of the people, the citizen of the country, are stunned. And they are busy looking at the golden plates and not the content that has been served to them. And now, how to have the question is how to have the courage to do what we fear the most, like living a life of our choice or with a partner of our choice, even when parents don't approve it. Everyone in his life judges things differently, as everyone is unique. And I want to tell you one thing that you have that nobody else has, and is you. Your story, your mind, your choice, your voice, your vision. So think and write and may paint or would like to dance or play and live your life as only you can. While saying this, I recollect a book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. It is written by a nurse of a hospital in Australia, Brownie. I can't recollect the last name of the author. Anyway, she had interacted with numerous elderly patients who spent the last days of their life in that hospital. She has written in her book that though there was no relation or similarity between the patients, yet they had similarity in their regrets of their life. Regret number one: I wish I had lived my life my way without bothering about what other people will think or what other people will say. I shouldn't do this, what people will think. I shouldn't wear this, what people will think or what people will say. I shouldn't go there, what others will think. And now, none of them has ever visited them when they are on their deathbed, whom they bothered for their whole life. Few of them could not follow the passion of their life, fearing what people will think. Few didn't marry to their choice as what other family members will think or will say. Few didn't take on their dream job as to what other will think. Regret number two: I wish I had not worked for so long hours and could spend some quality time with my children, with my parents, and with my family. I have just recollected the last name of the author of the book. It was Ware, Brownie Ware. See, our mind has great capabilities. You always have the opportunity and the option to get something out of your mind that is stored with it. It will update you even you forget what you had asked from your mind. It is like you put pressure cooker on the gas stove to cook something, and the next moment an unexpected guest arrives at your door and you get busy there, but pressure cooker shall remind you. It will blow the whistle to remind you that you had put something therein to cook, though you had completely forgotten about that. So is the case with our mind. Regret number three: I wish I could express my feelings. It is necessarily not about romantic feelings, but to my mother, to express that how I love her, to father that you always cared for him. So if you have the feelings This is the right moment. You must express. Otherwise, it, w- it will turn into a regret. Number four regret. I wish I could stay in touch with my friends. In childhood or in school, college, students have friends and they share each and every minor thing with their friends. But as you grow up, you get busy with your career, with your life, and you forget almost all, and you don't even speak to them on telephone. So if this is the case of yours, then you must do it now. Regret number five. I wish I had allowed myself to be happy. And the most interesting part, of this book is that none of the patients ever talked about that he has a regret that I could leave my bank balance more inflated. Wish I could have left more jewelry, or I wish I could have left few more properties behind me. No, nothing like that. One can never have regret for materialistic things while dying. All the patients had regret to whom author talked about was always within their reach. So, young man, I think you would not like to have those regrets in your life. And our Constitution gives you the right to choose a life for you, and can also choose life partner of your choice as well, but after a certain age. I do not intend to suggest or provoke you to get rebellious, but to follow your passion with your free will. And if we talk about the people, what people will think, what people will say, so I tell you about the people. You may lie down for the people to walk over you, and they will still complain that you were not flat enough. So, do the right things for you without fearing what people will say or what people will think. Live your life as it pleases you. That's all for now. I shall be back again very soon.